good, YouTube? Today we're going to continue on from our last segment, and today we're going to talk about the albino Burmese. All the albino Burmese can be traced back to Thailand, all stemming from an original picture in National Geographic in 1981. The first albino Burmese imported into the States was unfortunately in very poor condition and died within a month of arriving. The next three animals to come in, two males and one female, actually came in with a bit of controversy in regards to theft, but because the American buyers were so far removed from the theft, they were allowed to stay here in the States. It was because of these original three animals that Bob Clark was able to get a male on breeding loan, furthermore creating the first heads and then the first visual captive born and bred albinos in the States in 1986. And back then in the 80s, for a pair of captive bred albino Burms, that would have cost you around $20,000. Talk about a price tag, especially back in the 80s. With Burms being such a large species, capable of laying clutches between 30 and 50 plus eggs sometimes, the price quickly dropped by the early 90s to around $3,000 per animal. And then again in the early 2000s to just a few $100s. Today, albinos range anywhere from $250 to $500. It really depends on if they're carrying any other heterozygous traits, making them a much more reasonable cost for the average keeper. The albino gene is a simple recessive trait, meaning both parents either need to be visual albinos or carry the heterozygous trait for albino in order to reproduce them. But because snakes see differently than, say, humans do, the albino gene does not seem to affect their eyesight as seen in a number of albino lizards and other species. But because they have such light pigment, they can be prone to getting sunburnt if left exposed to the sun for prolonged periods of time. Hatchling come out as a really nice orange and white snake. I'll throw up one of mine from this year here. But as they age, they end up losing that orange color and it fades into a yellow, as seen here. And you can already see the color change just in that short period of time. With that said, every animal is different. Some of them keep a bit of that orange hue, especially on the dorsal. Some of them have really nice blushed out heads, also known as cherry heads. And that about wraps it up in regards to the albino gene. So make sure you guys go down below, drop us a like if you enjoyed this content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more awesome videos in regards to Burmese python history and reptile vlogs in general. What do you guys say we wrap up this segment by checking out some of these amazing animals? And until next time, peace.